Hi guys, I just wanted to film this video quickly. I've been making Christmas journals and I have finished this one off. This is, I'll tell you a little bit about in a minute, but this is what I have made out of scraps from making my other Christmas journals. I'll give you a quick peek at my journal. So this was my prototype. So I'll just move that aside for 1 second. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, so this is a fabric journal and it's nice and chunky and fat and it's got lots and lots of lovely little bits inside. I've enjoyed making this one. So this is my prototype, which will end up being my journal. So that's that. But in the process of making my Christmas journals, and I've got about 7 signatures that I'm nearly finished and 3 covers, so I'm not quite sure yet how I'll put that all together. Thinking I might make a few more covers, but I had a big pile of this lovely Christmas paper, scrapbook paper, so I wanted to give the combination of Frankenstein pages and also the log cabin patchwork that you can do, and I've done that by getting all these lovely strips of the Christmas paper, and I put it onto some blank scrapbook paper, and then I've created another sheet of this beautiful paper that turned out, and I was really happy with it. This is the other side of it here, so you can see I've stitched around the edges and then I've done all the stitching randomly throughout, and as it had 2 kitten images on it, I thought, well, I have to give this one to my mother-in-law over in the UK because she absolutely loves cats. So I thought, yep, this got her name written all over it. So I will just, this is some sari silk that I've created the closure with, so I'll just get this open and we'll just do a quick flip through. So on the inside covers, I have lined it with some scrapbook paper here. I made a fabric pocket out of some Christmas fabric, which I actually showed on one of my op shop hauls recently, and I've just put some sari silk and some Christmas charm there of a snowman, and then if you open up the little pocket, there's some vintage. This is Mrs. Cog's DigiKit Adorable Christmas. So there's a vintage Santa there giving presents out to little kids. Very cute. This is the cover of the first, or the only signature, so it's a single signature. And there's a couple of little tags there. This one here is probably more of a journal card. This is a Mrs. Cog's image that I've just done some stitching around. Looks like I've added some tea stained paper to that, and then I've just distressed the edges there with a little tab on the side. And this is, I believe this is 28E Studio Red Vintage Christmas. So I've done some stamping on the back there. I've just got a little owl clip on the side with a little Christmas charm. I've done some stenciling here. This is some tea stained paper that I found in one of my op shop forages. I love this paper, so I only got 3 sheets of that, so one of them made it into this journal here. And there's some stamping that I've done, or actually stenciling that was, and some lace I've trimmed on the paper, some stamping. This is some parchment marble paper, this one. There's a little tuck spot with one of the tags that I made. This is a Mrs. Cog's image, and there's a little bit of Australian Christmas paper on the background there with some lace. Tea stain paper. This is a gold doily I've popped in, and this is one of the Christmas papers, or one of the Christmas pages that I got printed out of the DigiKit from the 28E Studio, which I've lined with some matching red gingham lace. I actually got these papers professionally printed. It was only 40 cents a sheet, so it was 80 cents double-sided. I just gave it a go. I might do it in the future again. This is some graph paper from one of my op shop hauls. Whoops, this one came out. This one is a envelope. And what I will do is, this is the other side of it here. So I'm going to put that like that. Oops, all right, start again, sorry. Put that like that, doily. I'm going to put the envelope here like this. And this is one of the tags that I made. Again, this is a Mrs. Coggs image with a little tab on the top. So I'm just going to tuck that under there and just hold that for 1 second. And I've got a paper clip here. See if I can get this in. There we go. So that's how I'll do that. And this is a tag that I made, again, Christmas cats with some lace, some there's a little bit more of the Frankenstein paper that I made, so I use that up in the tags a little bit as well, and stitched around the edges. Have a little pocket there. This is some eco dyed paper that I tried out, and I'm going to give it another go, but I did a little bit of repair work with the washi tape and put a sticker on there. There's a little tuck spot there with a button, and this is some ribbon that I picked up at one of my op shop forages, and a little card that was like from the ephemera page that came with one of the DigiKits. There's some music paper that I've tea stained, and this is some ledger paper again that I've tea stained. I've put a little tab. I was lucky enough, sorry, just reaching over. I was lucky enough to pick up this Stampin' Up tab punch, and it's a, I think it's called a whale tail, and I love it. It's a little bit different, and I was really pleased to get hold of that because I believe it's retired now, you can't get it anymore. So that's my favourite tab that I use, and I've just put a little eyelet and a Christmas charm on there. So another little doily, and I've got a little bit of a Christmas paper that I've made a little tuck spot, and there's a little vintage postcard, mini postcard, another tab on the top. So this is some music paper here that's been coffee stained. There's the other side with some Christmas music, and there's some parchment paper there, some ivory coloured with a Merry Christmas tab, and I've done some stamping. I found a Christmas children's colouring book which is Australian themes, so I've used some pages of that. You can see koala, you can see some of the scribble from the child that originally had that. There's the tracing paper page, Christmas hymn there, and there's the wording on the other side. So we're coming to the middle. So I use the red and white baker's twine as the inside to sew the signatures, and then I've made these little dangles out of these red wooden beads, and that's one of the Christmas tags that I've made with cats, and I've put a button on there and just some glittery washi tape and just some embellishments there. I was really happy with this. This is actually a vintage Christmas card that I've picked up along the way, and I made a little pocket with a button and some ribbon, and then because it was like torn and very brittle and had eaten away just in the middle here, I reinforced it with some tea stain paper, put a trim of lace, and then I put a tab and this Christmas little dangle here, and on the back I've done some tea stain paper which I've just glued, and then I've distressed the edges so she's got a little bit of journaling space that can tuck back in there. Christmas paper there, and some Christmas imagery of the music hymn, just the Christmas choir there. And this is the back end of the paper, so I've done some collaging there with tracing paper, and there's the other little bit of the colouring in paper. You can see a little bit of the koala bear playing the drum. There's some parchment paper, so plenty of journaling space. There's a bit of the Christmas hymn with the three wise men. This is a little Santa that I picked up, little Santa applique that I picked up in one of my op shop finds. There's the other little bit of Christmas paper and Christmas doily, ledger paper, and I've done a little bit of stenciling. Put a tab up the top there. This is the other bit of the eco dyed paper. You can see some of the like imagery that's embossed from the leaves and the flowers, and I've just put a little bit of lace up the top here for a tuck spot. And some coffee stain. This is coffee stained paper. There's the other little bit of the graph paper here, and there's some more of the Christmas paper that I printed out. A cute little teddy bear on the letter. There's the other side of the doily, tea stained paper, and this is a Christmas book that I found, a vintage Christmas book, and it's all about Christmas. It's got some lovely imagery in it. So I have taken this page out, and it's about candlelight. Got some just information on the side there, and on the other side it's got some information on making candles, so I thought she would appreciate that. So I've just tucked that behind this belly band here. And coming near the end, so here is some of the marble paper. I have printed out some photos of the family and stick that in there for her for a little surprise. And there's some tea stain paper, stencil, snowflakes down the side, and that's the other bit of that pretty pattern paper, and that's the back part of the signature, and there's a little tuck spot on the side here. And these two I have printed off a public domain site. I love these Christmas patterns, and on the reverse side I've just gotten some tea stain paper which I've stitched on just for some journaling space, and that's the back of the signature. So this will be bundled up, and I'm just going to add obviously a card, quick letter to her, and some stickers so she can stick some photos in it. I'm hoping she will be able to use this in time for her December journal, and she can record just, you know, memories of Christmas, maybe some recipes, make some card lists. She may not use it all this year, then next year she can pull it out and she can have memories of what she did, maybe some recipes that she tried, and, you know, Christmas present lists, addresses, and just Christmas general planning. So it might become a handy little resource for her down the track. Anyway, that's all I've got to show for this. Thank you very much. Have a great day. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, and love to hear your comments. I try to answer every comment that gets posted. Really enjoying this whole process. So anyway, have a great day. Until next time. Bye.